In this video, in Plus 2 Commerce, we are going to see Unit 1, Management Process, 3 marks questions. First, we will see about Lesson 1, Principles of Management. First question, define the term management. There are two definitions. The first definition was given by Henry Fayol. To manage is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. And the second definition was given by Peter F. Drucker. According to him, management is a multi-purpose organ that manages a business and manages manager and manages worker and work. The second question, is management an art or science? First we will see, is management a science? Management is an inexact science because in pure science, the principles are put into test in a laboratory and they are either proved or disproved exactly or precisely. Now we will see, is management as an art? Everyone believes that management is an art because the concept of art denotes the learning on skills and practicing them in the day-to-day life, like a mason, carpenter, or mechanic, or a musician being able to perform their respective art they learned by way of skill. So, we can say that management is both art and science. Art is skill and practical. Science contains general principles. So, management is both art and science. Question number 3. Differentiate management from administration. The first difference is meaning. Management is an organized way of managing people and things, but administration is the process of administering an organization by a group of people. The second difference, authority. In management, the authority lies at the middle and lower level, but in administration, the authority lies at the top level. The third point is role. The manager plays the fourth point concerned with management is concerned with policy implementation and administration is concerned with policy formulation. And the fifth point is area of operation. Management works under administration, but administration has full control over the activities of the organization. The fourth question, what are the principles of Taylor? Principles of scientific management propounded by Taylor are: first one, science, not rule of thumb. Number 2, harmony, not discord. Number 3, mental revolution. Number 4, cooperation, not individualism. Number 5, development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. The fifth question, what determines the span of management? Number 1, capacity of superior. Each manager or superior may have different ability and capacity in respect of such factors as leadership, communication, decision making, control, affects management of subordinates. The second point, capacity of subordinates. The capacity of subordinates also affect the degree of span of management. Trained and experienced subordinates need lesser supervision than the new hands. A well-trained employee can solve simpler problem himself. And the third point, nature of work. In case of repetitive operations, span can be wider as subordinates would not require frequent guidance from the supervisor. Let us see Lesson 2, Functions of Management. The first question, list out the main functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, motivation, controlling and coordination. Second question, state the importance of staffing. Staffing comprises the activities of selection and placement of competent personnel. In other words, staffing refers to placement of right persons for the right jobs. Staffing helps to ensure better utilization of human resources. Question number 3. What is innovation? Innovation refers to the preparation of personnel and organization to face the changes made in the business world. Continuous changes are being made in the business. Consumers are satisfied through innovation. Innovation includes developing new material, new products, new techniques, new packages, new design of a product, and cost reduction methods. Fourth question, what is meant by coordination? Coordination is the integration of the actions of all individuals working in the enterprise in different capacities so as to lead to the most successful attainment of the common objectives. It is included in all the managerial functions like planning, organizing, directing, motivation, and controlling. Question number 5. How the important matters are informed to the employees of the company. Communication is the transmission of human thoughts, views, or opinions from one person to another person. Workers are informed about what should be done, where it is to be done, how it is to be done, and when it is to be done. Communication helps the regulation of job and coordinates the activities. Let us see lesson 3 MBO and MBE. Question number 1. Write the futures of MBO. Point number 1. An attempt is made by the management to integrate the goals of an organization and individuals. This will lead to effective management. Point number 2. MBO tries to combine long-term goals with short-term goals. Point number 3, management tries to relate the organization goals with society goals. Question number 2, what are the process of MBE? Primarily, it is necessary to set objectives or norms with predictable or estimated results. These performances are assessed and get equated to the actual performance. Next step, the deviations get analyzed. With an insignificant or no deviation, no action is required. If actual performances deviate significantly, that means an exception has occurred and this issue to be passed to the senior managers for taking action immediately. So finally, the aim is to solve this exception immediately. Question number 3. What are the processes involved in MBO? There are 8 processes involved, but for 3 marks questions, you may write only 3 points. The first one is defining organizational objectives. That is, the senior managers has to define the goal of the organization. Number 2, goals of each section. There are different departments in the organization. The goal is to be set for all the departments. Third one, fixing key result areas. The important areas are to be noted. Number 4, setting subordinate objectives or targets. That is, the senior manager has to set target for each and every subordinates.